I'm going straight home, put on a little Millie Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the TV comedy moments we're still laughing at years later. To spread the love, we're only counting one scene per show.
Pivot! Pivot! Pivot!
Number 20, I Want It That Way, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I heard him. He was singing along to the music at the bar.
Do you remember what he was singing?
I think it was that song, I Want It That Way.
Backstreet Boys, I'm familiar.
Sometimes Detective Jake Peralta abuses his power as a member of the NYPD. Fortunately, that usually just means he does things like make suspects in a lineup form an impromptu boy band.
You are my fire.
Number 2, keep it going.
The one desire.
Number 3.
Believe when I say.
Number 4.
I want it that way.
When a witness tells him the man they're looking for was singing I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys, he helps her identify him the only way he knows how. He makes the suspects in the lineup sing.
Now number 5.
I never wanna hear you say,
Woo! I want it that way.
But Jake gets a little carried away. He looks more like a producer making magic in the studio than a cop finding a criminal. The viral scene is still one of the show's most fondly remembered cold opens.
Chills. Literal chills.
It was number 5. Number 5 killed my brother.
Oh my god, I forgot about that part.
Number 19, The Turkey Drop, WKRP in Cincinnati.
It's a helicopter, and it's coming this way.
Since the end of its run, this fun workplace sitcom set in an Ohio radio station has become more obscure than many of its contemporaries. But viewers never forgot the all-time great Thanksgiving episode from 1978. Bumbling station manager Arthur Carlson thinks of a great publicity stunt for the station. He drops a group of live turkeys on the city from a helicopter.
W-K-R-P. What a sight, ladies and gentlemen, what a sight. The copter seems to be circling the parking area now. I guess it's looking for a place to land. No, something just came out of the back of the helicopter.
Unfortunately, as he tells them at the end, he didn't realize domesticated turkeys can't fly.
There's no parachutes yet. Those can't be skydivers.
Even more hilarious and disturbing is that it was based on a similar event in Atlanta.
It's like the turkeys mounted a counterattack. It was almost as if they were organized. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Number 18, Edith tells Archie to stifle, all in the family.
One of them in here, an all-bear band.
A naked band at Disney World?
No, Edith, you know, bears, like brown bears, grizzly bears.
Oh, I hate bears.
Yeah, but they ain't real bears, Edith. Look.
I hate all bears. Take it away.
Norman Lear's groundbreaking and controversial sitcom never shied away from the serious stuff. It just managed to make us laugh about them too. When Edith Bunker goes through menopause, it throws the entire Bunker household off balance. Normally kind-hearted and gentle, Edith becomes enraged at the slightest provocation, and it gives her the chance to finally give her irascible husband Archie a taste of his own medicine.
I'm just trying to show you something.
Stifle!
The studio audience screams with laughter when she finally turns his favorite phrase back on him. Watching Archie get his comeuppance was part and parcel of why audiences tuned in. To see Edith finally be the one to do it was so satisfying.
What did you say to me?
I said stifle!
Pinch me, will you?
I told you to stifle!
Are you all right?
Leave me alone!
Nobody's doing nothing to you.
You listen to me! All of you listen to me! Well, stop looking at me!
Number 17, Maxine's tattoo, living single.
Why would a woman who thinks of a one-night stand as a long-term commitment do something this permanent to herself?
It's creative expression.
Sometimes you can only watch while your friend makes a bad decision. Other times you have to step in. Regine tries to convince Maxine that she hasn't thought her latest adventure through. But Max is determined to get herself a dramatic tattoo, and she doesn't want something too feminine either.
Chill out. It's a tattoo, not a C-section.
She wants something powerful, something that lets the whole world know who she is. full of bluster and hot air. Max hypes herself up for it only to pass out before the needle even touches her skin. All Regine can do is laugh right along with us. Number 16, Pants on Fire, Frasier. The Crane brothers may have been known for their sophisticated sense of humor, but they could do physical comedy too.
Hey!
Actor David Hyde Pierce's flair for slapstick is on full display in this scene from Frasier's 6th season. Left alone on Valentine's Day, Niles is readying himself for a date at home. He's got dinner on the stove and a pair of pants on the ironing board. And then things go horribly wrong. It's pure mayhem even before his nice pants catch fire, and he's bested by an out-of-control fire extinguisher. Pierce won a well-deserved Emmy for the episode. Number 15, Barbara's Celebrity Confusion, Abbott Elementary.
If they do go with a black actor, I hope they go with that Mr. Brian Austin Green. I'm so proud of that young man and all of his success.
It didn't take long for this workplace comedy set in a Philly elementary school to create some timeless moments. A fun, instantly memeable running joke started when Barbara's fellow teachers pointed out to us her habit of thinking certain white celebrities are actually black.
There are a bunch of white celebrities who Barbara thinks are black. Like Brian Austin Green would be Brian Tyree Henry.
Oh, I see you, little Carrie Underwood. Good morning.
Kerry Washington.
But the kicker is when she praises Michelle Williams.
You cannot go wrong with the splendid, the wonderful Michelle Williams. Now that is one talented diva.
Is she talking about the actress or the singer?
He is arguably the third best child of Destiny.
And all the way to the Academy Awards from Dawson's Creek.
No one's really sure. Oh, never mind. She's wrong again. It's classic Barbara. The way these co-workers know each other's habits and eccentricities is one of the endless joys of Abbott Elementary. Number 14, The Jonad Files, Veep.
Do you recall a document shared on the J Drive titled The Jonad Files?
No, ma'am.
That doesn't ring a bell.
Jonah Ryan was the resident DC punching bag, and he made it really hard to feel sorry for him. A data breach leaves President Selena Meyer's staff under investigation. The Judiciary Committee presents a shared document dedicated to insulting Jonah. Dan and Amy deny all knowledge of such a document. Of course, that's a lie.
So it's not a word combining Jonah and gonad?
I can confirm that that is exactly what it is, and Mr. Egan knows that.
They are then forced to participate in the hardest Try Not to Laugh challenge ever as these respectable politicians rattle off every single obscene thing they ever called Jonah.
We have some extracts. J-Rock, Jizzy Gillespie, Jack and the Giant Jackoff, Galian, Tinkerballs, Wadzilla, One Erection.
Do we have to go through all of these?
Frankly, putting that list together is probably the most organized this staff has ever been.
My college friends called me Tall McCartney.
Number 13, The Dentist, The Carol Burnett Show.
You won't find another dentist on a Sunday.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You sure he knows what he's doing?
Dr. Kiefer just graduated from dental school. As a matter of fact, you're his very first patient, so he may be a little nervous.
He won't be the only one.
Tim Conway had a habit of breaking Harvey Korman up in the middle of sketches, but not even Conway could keep it together in the dentist sketch. Originally aired in 1969, the scene sees Conway as a rookie dentist fumbling through a visit with his first patient.
Oh, sure, here.
Unfortunately, he accidentally jabs himself with Novocaine. Actually, he does it several times, rendering several of his limbs immobilized while he tries in vain to carry on with the appointment. The audience collectively loses its mind until neither Corman nor Conway can actually hold back their own laughter anymore.
Better look at it a little closer with the light. Sorry, I didn't, just... Oh, well, now that'll be $20.
Number 12, Chuckles' Funeral, The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Recurring character Chuckles the Clown was never funnier than after he passed away.
Therefore, ask not for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee.
Hey, Louie stole your poem.
When her colleagues at Minneapolis's WJM news station keep cracking jokes about his demise, Mary Richards chastises them for being so unfeeling. But once the funeral actually starts, it's Mary who can't keep it together.
Mr. Fee-Fi-Fo would always pick himself up. Dust himself off and say, I hurt my poo-poo.
The details of Chuckles' life are just too funny, and the discomfort of it all just makes her laugh harder.
A little seltzer, Doctor.
It's only after the minister tells her how much her joy would have meant to the dead clown that she starts bawling.
Excuse me, young lady. Yes, you. Would you stand up, please?
Beloved since it first aired, the moment is such a perfect distillation of how absurd death can be.
Laugh for Chuckles.
Number 11. Mama No, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Who is it?
Hey, Mom. I know it's late, but I really need to talk.
On the eve of his wedding, Will Smith's fictional counterpart gets the shock of his life. He walks in on his mother and his soon-to-be father-in-law in bed together. He lets out a dramatic wail of utter anguish. But he doesn't just do that. He cycles through an entire performance piece to show just how shocked, horrified, and devastated he is to have seen his mother in this compromising position. And just when he thinks he's over it, he's devastated once again. There is not a frame of this that isn't crying out to be made into a GIF.
I'm not ready to talk to you yet, young man.
What happened? I heard screaming.
What's this, a pajama party?
Number 10. Claire's new haircut, Fleabag.
Happened, something awful has happened.
What?
I can't.
But where are you? Do you need me to come?
No, I just fucked it up. I fucked everything up.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge's British dramedy touched on some incredibly powerful stuff. This moment in season 2, for instance, highlights what can happen when two sisters come together for a good cause.
Tell the truth.
It's horrendous.
It's horrendous.
It's modern.
Don't lie.
I'm not.
I look like a pencil.
You don't look
Don't
like...
laugh!
It's okay.
It's not okay. I'm gonna lose my job.
You won't lose your job. It's cool.
It's not cool.
It's edgy.
Oh,
it's cheap.
It's unsalvageable.
Claire, it's French.
It's also about the utter devastation of a horrendous haircut. Fleabag tries and fails to talk her sister up after she gets an asymmetrical bob. Her insistence that it's chic and French is a particularly unhinged highlight. She tries her best to fix the situation, but as usual with this show, there's something much deeper going on here.
Show her the reference.
Claudia, bring me the bin.
But most importantly, it's just so ridiculously funny.
If you want to change your life, change your life. It's not going to happen in here.
Sorry,
Anthony.
Sorry.
Didn't mean for
See you next week.
turn out like that.
Number 9. Get on your feet. Parks and Recreation. Leslie Knope and the ragtag team of nerds and eccentrics that make up her staff are running a scrappy campaign to put her on the city council. Her stop at a local ice rink proves that there are still a lot of details to iron out. For example, they realized too late that they didn't have enough money to get a red carpet long enough to get to the center of the rink.
Tom, I couldn't afford enough premium carpet to get us to the stage. I mean, it was a short walk, but it was pretty luxurious, right?
Okay. There are are so many little touches that make this moment amazing. There's the awkward silence of the crowd. There's the pathetic little shuffle they have to do once they hit the ice. The song of choice, Get On Your Feet, is perfect because, well, they can't.
Stop bleeding on my arm, Andy. Yeah. Babe.
I'm holding the dog. He is peeing. He is now peeing. And I'm putting him down.
No, Ronnie only has 3 legs. No.
Number 8, The Great Herring War, The Golden Girls.
The Great Herring War?
Rose Nyland's stories didn't always thrill her roommates Dorothy and Blanche, but a flashback episode in the first season reveals that it's actually one of her infamous stories about her Scandinavian relatives that made them decide to live together.
Oh, girls, let's face facts. The 3 of us just can't agree on anything. I mean, it is obvious we were not meant to live together.
I hate to agree with you, but I think you're right.
I think so, too. In fact, I know so. This is exactly what happened during the Great Herring War.
Rose tells the tale between 2 feuding families, one of whom wanted to train Herring for the circus.
The Johanssons wanted to pickle the herring, and the Lindstroms wanted to train him for the circus.
Each new detail is more insane than the last. Watching B. Arthur and Rue McClanahan try to keep it together while Betty White tells the story with a completely straight face seems to blur the line between acting and reality.
Did they ever shoot a herring out of a cannon? Only once.
Number 7, The Whale, Seinfeld.
Save the whale, George. For me.
George Costanza's ploy to impress an old flame goes south in this classic episode. For reasons that could only occur on Seinfeld, his date is led to believe that he is a marine biologist. In their booth at Monk's Cafe, he tells them how he lived up to his fake career and saved a beached whale.
I tell you, Jerry, at that moment, I was a marine biologist.
Actor Jason Alexander gives an acting tour de force as he delivers a hammy monologue worthy of Masterpiece Theater.
The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli.
According to Jerry Seinfeld, the whale story was a last-minute addition to the script. Alexander learned his new lines in mere hours and performed it all in one take.
From out of nowhere, a huge tidal wave lifted me, tossed me like a cork, and I found myself right on top of him, face to face with the blowhole. I could barely see from the waves crashing down upon me, but I knew something was there. So I reached my hand in, felt around, and pulled out the obstruction.
Number 6, Ned Saves Homer, The Simpsons. There's a lot you can say about Homer Simpson.
Everyone is stupid except me.
For example, he's clumsy, he's selfish, and he's dim. And this scene is a great example of all those things.
Marge, turn on the heat. That's better.
After a fire starts in the Simpson house, Ned Flanders is the only one who can rescue an unconscious Homer. Their exit blocked, Flanders lugs Homer upstairs and throws him out a window, using a mattress to cushion his fall. And then Homer just hits the mattress, lets out a hilarious little groan, and bounces back inside the burning home.
Dear Lord, may your loving hand guide Homer to the mattress square and true. Okay.
It's one of the few times you can see Ned Flanders almost lose a little bit of faith. Number 5, Debbie Downer at Disney World, Saturday Night Live.
Ever since they found mad cow disease in the U.S., I'm not taking any chances. It can live in your body for years before it ravages your brain.
Cast members have broken on SNL before, but never this many in one sketch and at the same time. Rachel Dratch's recurring character, Debbie Downer, is the pessimist to end all pessimists. In this sketch from 2004, she completely ruins a family trip to Disney World. But from the moment she flubs a line, the entire cast becomes a giggling mess.
Speaking of...
No one ever recovers. Horatio Sands even starts wiping his eyes with the prop pancakes. With each new insane piece of information she drops, Dratch can't even keep a straight face in her close-ups.
By the way, it's official. I can't have children.
Number 4. Charlie's dating disaster. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Part of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia's charm comes from how unhinged and hilariously unredeemable its cast can be.
We're gonna get you back on the dating scene, bro. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's actually why we're here. We want to put your profile on Match.com.
For example, Mac and Dennis try to help Charlie's romance game by setting up a dating profile for him. Unfortunately, setting up his bio is a nightmare.
Ooh, that felt good. Was that sexy? That felt sexy.
We'll Photoshop it.
His photo is unflattering, and his answers to the questionnaire make him look like a psycho weirdo.
How about your favorite food? What would that be?
Oh, milk steak.
What?
Milk steak.
I'm not putting milk steak.
Mac and Dennis spruce up his profile and actually get Charlie a blind date. But between their bad advice and Charlie's own bumbling, it quickly devolves into an uproarious train wreck.
Is it bleeding again? I'm sorry. These are hornet stings, you know? I run into like a lot of hornets in my line of work.
Honestly, with friends like Mac and Dennis as his wingmen, Charlie's probably better off alone.
It's a totally different shirt. Yeah, can I get a hair? How the hell are you gonna explain that? I'll say I met a nice guy in the bathroom and we traded shirts.
Number 3, Meeting the Peters, The Dick Van Dyke Show.
Hi, we're Mr. and Mrs. Peters. Come in.
In this now classic and groundbreaking episode, new father Rob Petrie becomes convinced the hospital switched their baby with one from another couple. He drives himself to distraction over it. He decides to settle it by inviting the other family, the Peters, over for dinner. Immediately, it becomes clear that the babies could not have been switched. The Peters are African American.
I believe we have your Aunt Bertha's figs and you have Dick and Betty's flowers.
Mrs. Peters, won't you come in?
They accepted Petrie's invitation just to see the look on his face when he found out. Not only does everyone get a good laugh at Rob's expense, but it's a surprisingly meaningful moment, given that it was the early 1960s.
Why didn't you tell me on the phone? Missed the expression on your face?
Did I give you a good one, huh?
Oh, beautiful.
Boy, you're gonna have to excuse me. I just haven't been myself lately. We just had a baby. Oh, you had babies? That's right. We both had babies.
Number 2, Dad's Dead, Roseanne.
Well, I'm sorry you don't think that's funny. Hey, I'm saving my best jokes for the funeral.
This working-class sitcom could always find the funny in the tragic. Even a death in the family suddenly becomes hilarious.
Well, all I want to know is if his flight's coming in on time. No, not coach. Try baggage.
When Roseanne and Jackie's father passes away unexpectedly, they're saddled with making the arrangements and letting the relatives know. Jackie, who is usually a mess, is doubly distraught. She calls an elderly aunt to give her the news, and the woman's hearing issues make it a call to remember. Pretty soon, she just starts screaming into the phone as her sister watches in shame.
Dad is not with us anymore. I said Dad has passed away. He's passed away. Dad is gone. Dad's dead.
Jackie is all of us when we have to do more than we can handle.
He's fine. He sends his love. I am not doing that again. You can't make me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, The Chocolate Factory, I Love Lucy.
Listen carefully. This is the wrapping department.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the candy will pass by on this conveyor belt and continue into the next room where the girls will pack it. Now, your job is to take each piece of candy and wrap it in one of these papers and then put it back on the belt.
Lucille Ball is a legend for a reason. With I Love Lucy, she and the show's writers basically invented the playbook that would inspire nearly every sitcom after it. Seeing Lucy Ricardo take on jobs she was terrible at was always a huge draw, but never was it funnier than in this season 2 episode.
Oh, this is easier. Yeah, we can handle this, okay?
She and best pal Ethel take jobs in a candy factory. Their last chance to impress their new boss sees them trying and failing to keep up at wrapping chocolates as they pass on a conveyor belt.
Ethel, I think this...
unable to keep up, they begin to shove the chocolates in their mouths to the roaring laughter of the audience. What hilarious moment did we miss? Tell us in the comments.
You just fold it in.
Okay, I don't know how to fold broken cheese like that.
And I don't know how to be any clearer. You take that thing that's in your hand, and you...
If you say fold in one more time.
It says fold it in!
This is your recipe. You fold in the cheese then.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.